All right, so we're finally getting to test this Lotus that was put up for sale. Jay's run off to grab some stuff real quick. He'll be back in just a second, and hopefully we'll hit the verdict. It's not looking good already, but oh well, we're gonna find out. So give us just a minute, and we'll get to testing. Jay's gonna light test it. I'm thrilled. Super thrilled. If it's a little loud, there's a Pokemon tournament going on. Just ignore the noise. I'll try and be as loud as I can.
If you're gonna film as possible, we could relocate to the front, I guess.
Man, it's no biggie. We'll be fine. We can at least show what's going on.
Let's start with before we get started. I've got just a regular Mirage Maro here, nothing special about it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of water on the table. We're gonna let this Maro soak up a little bit of water on the edge, just so we can kind of get an idea of what water damage on the card might look like.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of set that there and let that kind of happen while we're doing our thing.
Okay.
All right. So we got Shards of Alar, Elvish Visionaries, just a standard Magic card, and from the same deck, Beta Forest. So you can see the sizes are right.
Right.
So that's the size it should be for a beta card. So that's an actual beta card. Now we're going to start putting this behind the Lotus.
Right. Edges are off.
Okay.
Or the corners, more or less.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, it looks like maybe it was trimmed to resemble Alpha. But that's a possibility. But you can see, like, even right here, the corner, if you can get real close to that, how angular it is instead of rounded, like it should be. We've already addressed the little Sharpie mark.
Right. That was, everybody knew about the Sharpie mark.
The main question is, does the rippling in the card translate through the camera? Can you see it?
More or less, yeah. You can, especially on the back. It's a little harder to see on the front. But you can see it definitely on the back.
Yeah, and if you get, I don't know if you can get really close, so let me give you some light here. I don't know if that helps or not at all. It might even make it more difficult to see, but there's tiny bubbles all throughout the card. And then there seems to be a big...
Yeah, if we get it just right there,
there's a lot of wrinkling.
Right.
So that's really not, indicative of general water damage. There's like a little bump right there, tiny little bump right there. It almost looks like foreign material caught between the glue layers. Let's see if we can get anything here. Oh, let's do lights first. Let's do light test. All right, so it's not really going to show through. It's not bright enough. Let's try this one.
Nothing's gonna work like we want it to today.
Yeah, it was. Here we go. No, it's probably not gonna get it either. Can't really see through that.
Yeah, I was having a hard time coming up with a light that was bright enough. I just didn't have one.
I don't think any of these are gonna go. All right, we'll go ahead and hit it with a UV light first. All right. Again, same 3 cards. All real Magic cards will glow to a degree under ultraviolet light. So you see in the Elvish Visionary, it's very easy to see here. All right. In the Forest, it's a little bit more difficult, but if we look at the backs, it's a lot easier to tell. You see the bright blue there?
Right, almost neon.
Yep, same coloring there. And on this guy. All right, so it passes that. I mean, it looks legit on the back, which makes me think more that this is going to, it's not a proxy, but probably a reback.
That's what everybody's been saying. That's what the general consensus has been, rebacked.
That's what I'm looking at.
And the big thing that was brought into question on the Lotus, let me get this guy flipped over here, was the mana cost. It had the centering. Well, it had the same centering as Collector's Edition.
Right. The mana cost centering on the Collector's Edition card is slightly different by like millimeter.
Right.
And let's see. Okay, Google. Mana cost centering, Collector's Edition versus Beta.
I should have sent you that picture that Peter Broadbridge. Yeah, that makes sense. Should have sent you that picture that Peter Broadbridge sent me, and it's got a comparison of all six different Lotuses.
I've seen that. That's pretty easy to Google up.
Yeah. That's what he was using.
Centering. All right, let's take a look. Let's see. Should we be able to find it? All right, here's. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. Probably. Yeah, maybe. All right. This is off. This is on ABU.
Okay.
The collector's edition Lotus. And if we zoom in, hold it up there, you can kind of get an idea. It's really fuzzy,
right?
But you can see that the right side of the 0 is almost aligned with the outer right border of the picture frame,
right?
Just as it is with this version here. So. Without the loop, I mean, the loop's really not going to tell us much difference. I did not bring any collector's edition cards to compare it to.
Okay.
I do have another Lotus, which is a really good fake.
Oh, okay. So this is
across the table. It's really good. It passes that light test also.
Okay.
It has the sizing right.
So this is just a high quality proxy that you've got.
Yeah, this was one that I got taken for several years ago.
I got you.
And without comparing it to any other card, it kind of looks off. It actually feels right. It passed the bend test. Pops right back up, but you can see it's just slightly blurry, and under a loop, the pixelation is the dead giveaway in the boxes. You can even see the pixelation in this box is real, whereas this is just a very high quality photocopy.
Okay.
It even has the little dirt, under the A right there. So, not real, but good enough for Cube, I guess. Now, on the other hand, here's like a real Mox Emerald for comparison in the mana cost on it from Revised. Well, that's legit.
Right.
But that's Revised. I mean, that's unlimited. Right. That's unlimited, but it's not going to be exactly the same as the collector edition because that's where it was offset.
Right.
So let's take a look at this. See if this has soaked up any water yet tomorrow. Maybe not enough. Can't really see any water damage at all on it. But most generally, the water damage will cause tiny little spikes, almost like a heart monitor.
Right. I've seen water damage around the edge. We were told, like I said, that it was maybe exposed to too much moisture.
Yeah.
I don't.
Most likely, if that were the case, then it would be curling more than anything else.
I expected some warping from it, but I don't have nearly the experience with alpha and beta that you do. That's why we wanted to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I mean, just it's very hard to translate on camera, but there's just significant rippling in the card that would lend me to believe that that's glue bubbles and improper backing. Plus, there's there's a big crease that may not translate either, but it goes all the way from here through there. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yes and no. It'll kind of flash where we can see it on camera, but
yeah, it goes like almost from there all the way across the card. And it's not a crease that breaks the surface and reveals. And there's a little bit more of a
right. Okay, you can absolutely see it on the back.
This is the concave side of it here. So.
Right. It's much easier to see on the back.
So yeah. So I would definitely lean towards collector's edition Rebacked on this one. Just looking really closely at the top edge, it doesn't even look straight, and the side doesn't look straight. It looks like the trim job was maybe done with scissors instead of a straight edge.
Yeah. It was just brought to my attention. I didn't know about it. When this was sold to the shop, it was actually sold for $800.
Wow.
Like I said, that was only, I believe it was either 5 or 6 years ago. Even 5 or 6 years ago, this thing was worth well over $800, even its current condition.
Oh, absolutely.
That should have been. I wasn't told about that during the tournament.
Right.
We were just told, hey, there's an Alpha Lotus. They showed it to us, and they went $100 draft. And of course, everybody went absolutely. So, verdict, I guess, is: did I get my $100 worth? Yes. Did I get an Alpha Lotus? No. That's not a happy day. It's not something that I'm gonna be pissed off the whole drive home now.
Well, it's better to know, I think, too.
Right. No, it's better that we know, so everybody online knows now. You guys are hearing us say it. You just watched Jay test it. It is probably just a collector's edition reback. It is still going to be up for grabs. Knowing that it's that now, we are going to have to deface the back of it. We're going to put CE RB on the back in Sharpie, so that this thing can't be passed off for legitimate. That's if it sells. So now you guys know. Fuck. But like I said, now we know. So thank you guys. We'll have this thing up. We'll have this video on later.
We have water damage on the Morrow.
Oh, okay.
Finally,
he does have something else to show us real
on the
quick.
very, very, very edge, you can see. I'll try to. I don't know if you can see it or not, where the water has soaked into the edge of the card.
Yeah, if I hit it at an angle, you can see it.
So that's what water damage would look like, or excessive moisture
on the tree.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference.
And if you want to try it sometime, you can actually just take an iron and iron one of your cards until it gets really, really hot, and just see what happens. So, just hit it with a steam and see how it bubbles and see how it changes. It'll look similar to this as far as it'll get it texture.
Yeah.
Magic cards shouldn't have texture.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, man, I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all. My pleasure.
Sorry for dragging you up here on your day off, but
I had to get coffee anyway.
all right. Now I get to upload this video and give everybody the really, really sad news that they don't get to try and win an actual Lotus. But it's a reback.
Yeah.
So I mean, technically it's a real Lotus, but it's one that's been modified. Yeah.
The back of it was officially issued by Wizards.
All right. Thank you guys.